I'm an emo kid. I'm non-conforming as can be. You be non-conforming too if you look just like me. I wear paint on my nails and makeup on my face. I'm almost emo enough to start shaving my legs, cause I feel real deep when I'm dressed in a drag. Some call it freedom of expression. Some just call me a be gone, bad vibes. I said be gone. You guys, these last couple days, I have not been feeling myself. I felt quite bonkers. Actually, as you guys know, I suffer really bad with mental health, and usually I'm able to make it work in the end. You know, life goes on. I used to always just get like stuck though in these ruts and funks for sometimes even like months or probably longer. And now like usually it's like a couple day thing, sometimes like a week. And that's okay, you guys. It's okay to be sad and depressed and have feelings and emotions and be bothered by things. What is not okay is getting lost in that or not coming out of that. Now, I'd probably, if I didn't have you guys, would probably stay in my funk a little bit longer, even though like I'm better mentally than I was in the past. But you guys, we have fun projects to do, okay? And that's actually what I'm about to do after this little hangout sesh, is go try to film another video outside. It's really cold. It's on and off raining, so hopefully we can dodge that. When I woke up today and I saw that, I was already kind of like, meh. But you know what? Today's our day to be happy. And we can be happy together. So hopefully, when we're done with this little project, I can do that project. And then I can get these both posted for you on the same day to make up for my absence. But I missed you guys. It was not long at all, but I'm so used to see you guys every single day, and I love it. And we're getting back to that, okay? I'm gonna quit being a silly little sad boy. You better calm down out there. I hear happy. Oh, I got his attention. Hi, bossy, I love you. Love. Well, thanks to my dog, I don't really remember what I was saying. But I feel like I was just complaining or something. Okay, so usually when we do little get ready with me's or makeup related videos, guys know I always say it, I do the Your Skin But Better thing. Usually we're testing out some new products though, or we're doing a whole line of one company. Today I am testing out 2 new things really quickly, but if casual chit-chatty get ready with me's are up your alley, as a lot of you guys know, I did just start a Get Ready With Me channel, which is simply on days I'm gonna film. Maybe I just wanna hang out a little longer or get amped up for the video, so I'll just kinda come on here and get ready with you. And you could get ready with me if you wanted. It could be so fun. So yeah, if you're just like chilling and stuff like that, feel free to subscribe. Of course, this channel is always going to be a priority, and the content on this channel is always going to be a priority. And you guys are always going to be a priority. That's just kind of like extra chilling. I also have now an eating channel. We're going to try that. And I have an art channel. Of course, all the fun projects are going to be on this channel, but that's going to be like a time-lapse type of situation where hopefully people, if I'm good enough, might want to like buy a picture or something and then do a time-lapse, and then they get the picture, give them a shout out, stuff like that. But without further ado, friends, let's do some stuff. I did put a little bit of this on already, but I'm gonna put a wee bit more. This, of course, is my multi-purpose face oil, which is available on my website. Well, this formula is absolutely amazing. Some great alternatives to this that are easily available, such as at Walgreens, are the Bliss. I want to always call it Hydration Salvation, but I feel like that's not what it is. It's Bliss, and then it's the one with the Camila or Kamala oil. It's pink. I'll get it for you. Ooh, ding ding. It is the Hydration Salvation. And then there's the Botanics one. This one I used up. But this is Simply Calm with Cannabis Sativa Seed Oil. Ooh, sounds oily. Like I said, these are just kind of at Walgreens. So easy to get. But this one, in fact, if you use a discount code, would be cheaper. It'll be made by me. But yes, these are wonderful products as well. And I'm just a firm believer, friends, of just really juicing up your face before you apply your makeup. I think your foundation or tinted moisturizer, in today's case, we have a CC Cream. I just feel like all of that sits on your face better if it's nice and plumped up and luscious and slippery. So, now that my face is nice and primed, we're gonna prime it even further. And to do so, we're gonna go in with the Glow and Duet. This is Illuminating Skin Base, and this is by Soap & Glory. You guys may remember this from around, maybe Christmas time, because I have so much random makeup. I actually want to do like a makeup and skincare tour with you guys. Of course, here on this channel. This stuff is so glowy. It makes the perfect base for a dewy face. But yeah, I think it would be so fun to do like a tour of all my products with you guys and maybe give you guys like a rating for everything. It might take a while because I have a lot of products, but if I just gave you guys like a rating and like a pro-con type thing, we could do skincare and makeup, but I feel like it would work well just to do it together. Let me know down below. But now that I'm so glowy, I look like an angel. We are in fact gonna try out this bad boy, the e.l.f. Camo Cc Cream. This is in shade Fair Neutral 120. This was actually $14, which is a little pricey for e.l.f. at Walmart. If I would got this like Walgreens or something, it would probably be a little more even. I'm not sure. I'm thinking it's about Walmart price on their website. I'm not sure how new this is or anything like that. But I do love e.l.f. as a brand. Can't lie. Even if their prices are going up, I feel like some of the e.l.f. products have always been comparable to more expensive things anyway. But this is color correcting full coverage. I was not expecting that. Usually I don't like full coverage. I like medium or light. So hopefully that's okay. Natural finish, collagen peptides, and niacinamide, or that word. Okay. And it has an SPF 30. How nice. I've definitely tried e.l.f.'s standard foundations and concealers as well as other products. I don't think I've ever tried their like tinted moisturizer or anything like that. But it does come, yes, with one of these little doohickeys. You stand it like that. Nice little pump. For $14. I mean, I guess this isn't a regular foundation, but for $14, I would probably rather this come in like a stand-up bottle with a pump, even if it was plastic and not glass. Here's what it looks like. It does look very full coverage, but it does also look like my skin color, so that's hopeful. I was really dumb and not thinking ahead, but we're also gonna test out today this sponge from Real Techniques. It's the Sponge Plus. Now, it says tone and stimulate, and I love a good stimulation. Ooh, it says new as well, so Hopefully these are both new products, you guys. That would be hot, fun, and sensational. Now, this is a Miracle Sponge. Oh, and this is to prep. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna read this. Enhances your natural glow for... Enhances skin's natural glow for even makeup application. Oh, wet apply toner with sponge. Okay, so this is not for makeup, but we're gonna try it with this, I suppose. Just because, you guys, I only have one other face sponge and it's so dirty from all this Halloween nonsense. It's been so fun, but I need a new sponge, and that's why I spent all my money on this. I was like, how is this gonna help with makeup? But then I was like, oh, maybe it's like something before and after. I'm really hoping that when we wet this, it like expands a little bit. That would be fun and positive, you guys. Because that's what I was hoping it would do. They had a really big sponge at Walmart for like $4, $6, or $8, or maybe 10. I don't even remember, you guys. And it looked really big and nice. But it looked like this looks like a nice dense sponge. It's not really soaking up that much water. But the other sponge, it looked very like airy, and it didn't look like a good sponge, okay? It looked big, but not good. If that makes sense. So I was like, no, I don't want that big thing that's not good. So then I bought this little weird thing, so I was like, oh my god, like, totally dope. Hey, you leave the cat alone. I feel like life is just trying to try me today as well. Like, I feel like it really wanted me to be grumpy, and it's been like setting me up for failure since I woke up. But we're not staying down for that long, you guys. Like, I already stayed down for a couple days. Okay. And it wouldn't be, I don't really know if I have bipolar, but I'm not like joking about it, but I like genuinely feel I have it, so I can make kind of like a little joke about it. Okay. I can't have my ups and downs without going up. Okay. I can't stay down forever. There, I said my stupid joke. Yeah. If I ever feel like really crabby too, I love getting extra sleep and extra snacks, and oh my gosh, oh, it's so nice. It would have been nice though, since like I was laying down. Ugh, this is not working good for the makeup. We're just gonna use my hands for this, since it's a CC cream. You know, it's like to catch up in those like nourishing overindulgences. You know, like extra sleep is good for you. Extra food, as long as, you know, it's like sometimes good to have a little extra nourishment when you need it. But I regret during my time laying down and being miserable, I regret not doing my skincare, you guys, because it would really just complement everything else that's going on. Because I feel like my face, like a day or two ago when I was sad, I just looked like sick. And I feel like now that I don't look sick again, if I would have done my skincare, I'd look even nicer. Okay, guys, so it's kind of turning out into not quite full coverage. It's more of like a light to medium. You guys, I think I like it, and I'm really hoping it doesn't break up over time, and that it kind of stays like this or gets even like more dewy. I think it's gonna help having that oil and that glowy primer under here. So if this doesn't fudge around too much, I think I like it. I always have a problem by my eyes though, because I have hooded eyes. I think that's what they're called. And I get so creasy, and I have laugh and smile lines. So before this has a chance to get ruined, I think we're gonna finish off the look. I meant to try this with you guys, and I feel like I was going to, and that's why I opened it. I don't know, because I genuinely don't remember trying this with you guys. So if I did, I'm so sorry. I think it was just something like I was gonna do and I aborted mission or something. I don't really know. If I'm wrong, let me know. The reason I'm not 100% sure if I remember using this product or not. It's because I used to see it so many times. I used to watch a lot of Jeffree Star makeup content, and now I don't really watch much makeup content at all. I just kind of make my own, and I watch like, I don't know, like more of like challenges and like, there's a couple other YouTubers and stuff like that, but I don't always watch quite as much beauty stuff. But Jeffree Star used to bring this up all the time and say it was very comparable to Shape Tape. And I feel like that's what I was gonna do, is like test it out in that regard. And I just honestly can't remember 100% if I did, but I don't think I did. But I'm doubting it because it's open. But what this is it's the Catrice Liquid Camouflage. I can't even talk. It's the Catrice Cosmetics Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. And usually I would be using a sponge right now. It says it lasts 12 hours. As you guys will see, I ended up going to get my other sponge. Whoopsie. I just kind of want to add a little bit more coverage, primarily in the area that we just did, as well as a little bit on my nose and my T-zone forehead area. This is kind of damp from like a day or two ago. Ew. But we're just gonna use this, where I was able to blend it out with my finger, and I dabbed this on it a couple times. This concealer looks really great. I love the color for sure. I think it looks great with this. But in that like minute or two that it was on my under eye, it did in fact start to settle up pretty quickly, and it was going into my fine lines and wrinkles, and I don't like that. So I'm hoping as soon as we're able to finish beating my under eyes, we can in fact set my face. Since I always go for the blah blah your skin but better look, one way I like to set my face is using just a little bit of this. This isn't actually a setting powder, but if you use just a little bit and you're not wearing too much makeup, it does in fact set your makeup. This of course is my Givenchy Prism Visage, and this is actually 4 different colors. They each do a different thing. One is supposed to like cancel out certain tones. One is supposed to like illuminate. One's supposed to like refract the light. So you like don't get like the bad light, or there's a whole thing about it, okay? And it's really expensive, and yeah, you just use a little bit. You gotta make sure if you're using this to set. I don't really know if it matters, or if there's I'm sorry. I don't know if it really matters, or each of these colors on their own even show through. They don't seem to, but I think it's appropriate to give it a nice, good swirl so you get all the colors and blend it together, because I feel like if you blend all these colors together, it's more of like a neutral brown or something like that, right? Because they all cancel each other out. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I just like to use a little bit of this, you guys, to gently set my makeup. And it's great to do it this way, even with like a regular setting powder. Unless you're baking or something like that, or you have a lot of makeup on, you don't need a lot of powder. Otherwise, you are in fact gonna crumble away like a little cake. Since I have to go outside and it's been like windy and rainy and stuff like that, and like the trees are dripping water, I thought after I end this video too, before I post it, I can include really quick update on how all of this wears together, you know, like a wear test. We don't always do that on this channel, but it does not hurt to include that. So I think if we do makeup stuff in the future, we should do that, even if I'm only wearing it for a few hours. You guys would know, you know, if you just had like a little event or something to go to, if it would be good for that. Or let's say you're taking selfies, you know, you're going somewhere for an hour or two, or you're at a nice dinner and you want a nice picture, or you just want to look nice, you'll know if it'll hold up a few hours at least. That could be helpful. But now, okay, I shouldn't have set my face with powder. Thankfully I didn't use a lot, because to contour, you guys, actually no, I don't have to do that. I was gonna use my Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick. I have like a tan one, but I think we'll just go find a powder since I have so many. Just because my makeup today is very like, I don't know, I just feel like it looks very nice. I feel very like enhanced or photoshopped, but not like weird photoshopped. I just feel like, you know, somebody like altered the contrast and like, I don't know. I like it, okay? I just feel like it's very like natural, but like perfect, or I don't know. So to go along with the very subtleness of this look, we're gonna go in with my Bobbi Brown Illuminating Bronzing Powder. And I thought it was really special to bring out some of my luxury products today, just because I was feeling poopy and stuff. I feel like it's a nice treat to like be able to use these and hang out with you and stuff like that. A lot of the makeup products I buy are, yes, like very affordable. But it kind of feels nice that we're not like doing too much to myself, but it's very pampering and stuff. And it's kind of like, I shouldn't be superficial, but it's nice to like, you know, just do something nice. And I've had these for a while, and like, yeah, they're a big investment, but I treasure these, even when they're empty. Like, I'm gonna leave them somewhere because they're so beautiful. You know, but yeah, we just, I love it. These are like, I only own one thing from Bobbi Brown, one thing from this brand. I do have Gucci bronzer, and that was my favorite bronzer. I dropped it on the floor though, and there's like pieces of hair and stuff in it even. The next time, or after I do that video where I go through all my makeup, I'm probably gonna do a little bit of decluttering. So I'm gonna break a couple products, and I feel like I have one or two other broken things to use. And finally, you guys, because I meant to do it ages ago, I'm gonna do the video where I try to fix broken makeup. I don't know. Even if I just put like a different bronzer in that pan, like I'll know it's a different bronzer, and I like obviously would never try to trick anyone. But like, I think it would be nice to just even like repurpose the pan. That could be fun. Or if I did a thing where I mixed all my bronzers together, I could put it in that pan. It would be special because it would be like a Gucci pan. It'd be a bronzer that was like something we made together on this channel. I don't know, you guys. This is very subtle, like I said. I don't like this for in person. You can't see it on camera, but it is like, I feel like a speck shimmery. But again, that's very subtle too, but I like that the color is subtle, yet buildable, and I really just feel like it accents your facial structure if you just kind of tap it in all of your crevices. And of course, you guys, like when you put it around your hair and stuff, even if you were like a girl and you had braids, or you could kind of shove it in there, it makes your hairline look more full and thick. Of course, you can put some on your neck to help with your jawline, or if you're like me and you have all these weird lines, I feel like if you kind of carve out right here, it brings your face forward and people like don't see all this. It's like magic. You can't see me. Since we are looking so fresh and so natural today, most of my setting sprays are kind of stupid or repetitive. So I just wanted to remind you guys, if you don't have a setting spray you want to use, or you don't have one, if you have a face mist, you can usually use that. A lot of these will also like, yes, refresh makeup and stuff like that. You can brew tea and herbs and make your own, keep it in the fridge for like a week. You don't need a setting spray. So this is basically just like rose water and some other stuff, but it's vegan too. the Garnier Skin Active Soothing Facial Mist. I actually like this a lot because of the mister. Even if you're not wearing too much makeup, it doesn't keep it all locked down, but I feel like it keeps it from getting like dry and cakey and crumbly. So like I said, kind of like keeps it together, but not like hairspray feeling, if that makes sense. Like some setting sprays feel. I do gotta clean off my lips. I'm just tapping out my eyes a little bit. For the check-in, I mean, I'll probably have to dabble my eyes a little bit with the sponge before I film again, but that's kind of like normal or expected if you wear makeup and you don't have like eyeshadow and stuff on. You'll get that creasing that's visible. So that would be normal, but aside from that, I'll definitely give you guys a little check-in. I had fun getting ready. It was so much better than doing it alone. I'm happy, even though we didn't really dive too much into it, I was happy to like, cause I wanted to like, I don't know, you guys are my best friends. I wanted to vent for a minute that I just like wasn't feeling it. Even though it's not that important, I just wanted to express that I wasn't feeling it the other day and just kind of have my ramble moment. And I'm happy I get to do that in a way that's not about to ruin this main video. Because I'm so excited about this video, you guys. And I would kick myself in the butt if I would have ruined it. Real quickly, because we do have time. If you just wanted to see the look, just know at the end of this video, there's gonna be that little wear test. But just real quickly, I wanted to let everybody know, well, the video I'm about to do is smashing pumpkins or blowing pumpkins up. And then soon to come, we're doing Jello in my bathtub. These are all things I had people vote on. Another thing people voted on though too, because instead of just picking one, I decided I want to do everything people voted on. So this makeup thing was one of them, and then those other ones were one of them. The fourth option though was bleaching my black and red hair. And I used Color Oops and I bleached it twice, both sides. This side got to platinum white. This side got to like pretty blonde. And this is when I was depressed and I just tried filming anyway. I was having like all these problems. And on top of that, the hair wasn't turning out. So like after all that, after like the bleaching it twice and the Color Oops, off camera, I just ended up, I was like, you know what, I at least want to be happy with my hair. So I redid this black and I think it looks really nice. I'm just like kind of sad that I caused all that damage for no reason. And then this side, because I was going to do black and white because those are my favorite. That was my favorite like previous combination. So then when I toned the blonde side, it turned like, there was like purple, gray, like blonde, like all these weird colors, and it looked horrible and like I was freaking out. So then I did it blue over that, and the blue ended up being a kind of patchy, but I just feel like 'cause there was so much going on with my hair. So then in like the weird areas, I kind of just went in and manually fixed it. But I feel like it looks pretty good, and as needed I can redo it. But I think we're gonna keep this for a little while. And not bleach my hair for a little while because my scalp does not need that after what I did to it the other day. So yeah, that was part of that. That like didn't help when I wasn't feeling it. Enough about me though. I'm so sorry. I hope you guys are doing awesome. I do in fact love you all so much. I'm so happy you guys are here. I know like I'm maybe having a little bit of weird vibes, but it was really important for me to like get all this out of my system so I can in fact create better content. And obviously I could delete this, but I don't like talking to you guys and then like deleting it, because then it makes like the next video or upcoming videos the same if something like disappears or something too, like a file gets corrupted or something gets deleted. You know, I feel like, I don't know, it's just like a really weird feeling, because I know I'm not talking to you firsthand, but I know you guys see it. So like when I film something and you never see it, I just feel like we missed you missed out, and like we missed out there's like a little piece of our friendship missing, kind of like, I don't know. I get like not everybody watches all my videos, but for everybody who actually like follows along, like I feel like a chunk is missing. And I actually felt really bad when I was depressed, like fixing my hair. But I was like, if I make a video, then, you know, it'll be something I don't want to post. So I probably won't post it. And that's just like, it's not worth it, you know. So I'd rather be happy, yeah, and make good content. So spacey. I'm gonna go though. I hope you guys are doing awesome. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. I feel like I just said this, but I love you guys so much. You guys are the best. You cheer me up so well. I love our friendship and our memories and our moments together. And I'm so excited to go out there and be wet and freeze my butt off and make more memories. Because now I'm feeling it. Pounds back. We're gonna make some more magic, guys. We got this. I love that the week is young. So we have all week to kick ass. I will, in fact, try my best to remember to give you guys a check-in. But yeah, you guys, I love everything. Products that we tried again. I feel like I'll like this for what it's for, but like going forward, I'll never buy this. This part might be handy when I wash my face. This I love. And this, as long as it doesn't crack and crumble. I feel like I'll love it, except for it's already getting kind of weird. Hopefully that buffs out. But yes, friends, I'll check in after we're done with the other projects. Heart hug. I love you, friends. Goodbye. I'm back, bestie westies. A little update, I guess, is that this makeup did in fact hold up pretty well. I was wearing sunglasses. I was chilling. It's really yucky outside. I was doing all the stuff, all the things. As you can see, my fire pit is smoking. The video right after this is gonna be exploding pumpkins. Be sure to watch that. But yeah, I think this makeup held up pretty well for being outside and it's cold out, and the conditions and etc. So I would definitely recommend. It would probably look even nicer if I spritzed my face and beauty sponged it out, but rather than do that, friends, I'm gonna go wash my face because it's been a long, fantastic day. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye, friends. And right after this, because you're gonna watch that video too. Goodbye, friends.